4 Colombian nationals were sentenced in federal court Tuesday for their roles in a multi-state burglary ring that targeted Asian American business owners across Oregon and Washington state. So,
damn, I know what this is. It's pretty crazy.
Pretty wild. So they were using signal jammers and short-term rentals to surveil these victims, and then they would rob the business owners after casing their joints.
That sucks.
Short-term rentals on their businesses?
No, they would get an Airbnb and just wait.
Like right next to the
what like vulnerable. So have you heard of like it's like robbery tourism?
Yes.
That's not the actual term for it, but what happens is there's all these like burglary crews, right? And they know that America's like pretty good hit. So sometimes they'll work with locals in the States where they'll give them a job. They'll be like, okay, this guy, he's a restaurant owner. This is where he lives, whatever. And then they provide them with a house and a car that they can stay in and whatever. And then they'll come from like Brazil, Colombia, different countries. They stay there, they do the job, and then just go right back on a tourist visa. But I guess in this case, these guys came to America for this plan. They were living in an Airbnb, casing it out, doing the studying.
Targeting Asians because they know that they hold valuables at home, like cash, right? Commodity.
And they probably aren't
gold. Exactly.
Yeah, because even Asians targeted Asians because they know this.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's like kind of what everyone's saying is so messed up about this is that they stereotype these cats and then they were right about it and then they exploited them, you know?
Stop being racist, man. You got to do it at random. It's funny how they're asking the criminals to not like to be like more like DEI about it.
You guys like rob white people too sometimes, or what the hell? Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is? It's like back then it was like, well, you don't really want to rob white people because all their money's in banks. They don't really have a lot of stuff, and then they have guns.
They always have guns.
So they're like, that was one thing.
Said they don't do it because cops actually care.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, because they'll actually do the work because it was white people. Yeah, and then so it's crazy because these Asian gangs that like they just preyed on their own community.
Yeah,
because everyone knew the scam. It was like everyone does shit in cash.
That means every Asian from now on needs to first get a dog. Number one deterrent.
Yeah, but they always got that white Pomeranian. Yeah, it's always a little one.
Pomeranian, you pieces of shit.
We're being stereotypical too here.
Okay. Get a dog, and then 2, let's just all get guns. Every Asian should just gun up.
Be like the South Koreans, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Rooftop Koreans.
Rooftop Koreans.
That's why people can't fuck with Koreans as easy. You know the legends of the rooftop Koreans. We need some motherfucking legends and not just one on fucking TV using their fists of fury. Sure. We need like some ghetto shit on the roofs with guns on TV.
So the trend now is that in Oregon, this is Eugene, Oregon, Asian American community leaders are saying that targeted burglaries are rising again in that area. They say that burglaries obviously reflect assumptions about which communities keep valuables at home. We believe it's the perception that Asian Americans are more likely to be affluent than other demographic groups. Said one of the leaders of that area. And the judge said, we know that they targeted these people because they're Asian and because they're likely to keep valuables at home.
Yeah, happens all the time. Yeah. But then you're saying the robbers, they're Hispanic? What are they?
Yeah, they were I think Puerto Rican.
Rap songs talking about targeting Asians. Yeah.
So my computer's being really slow.
Interesting that they did that many burglaries and they didn't shoot anybody.
Well, burglaries you don't want to kill them.
No, they use these like they went to the Airbnbs and they used signal jammers to like make sure that they weren't home and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like so as much as they profile, it's funny, the profiling goes both ways. Like the profiling Asians as these perfect victims, profiling Hispanics as burglars, they're actually a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like they're actually trying to make sure no one's there because they know it's a cleaner hit.
That's what you mean.
Versus like other races where people get shot for no reason.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, like Jason Tatum will be playing in Madison Square Garden and everyone knows he's there, and then his house will get hit
Yeah, for sure.
because they know he's not home. Yeah. And they want a clean, it's like a burglary ring.
Asians are also easier to hit because most of the time they have jobs. So
they're gone during the day.
Well, either way, like burglars are clocking routine and they don't want to run into people. They don't want to have confrontation. They're waiting for people to.
Yeah. Because armed robbers and burglars are two different kind of people. Yeah. Burglars, they just want to take shit. They don't want to kill nobody. They're gone. Armed robbers are a little bit different breed. They are not afraid to stick a gun to your face and tie you up and tell you where they're safe.
And sometimes they kill you anyway, which is so weird.
You see that TV show, Your Neighbors and Friends, or Your Friends and Neighbors, or whatever, with the what's his face from John Hamm? It's a pretty good show.
Must be on Apple.
It is on Apple TV.
It has to be. I knew it. Apple, everything Apple, nobody sees.
But the TV shows are really good on Apple TV. Anyways, Severance, Pluribus, Ted Lasso. Anyways,
that's true.
The point is, it's the same thing. They're in this rich neighborhood. Everybody's friends. Everybody's chummy. Everybody goes to socials because that's apparently what like Hampton-style rich people do. But one guy's down on his luck, aka John Hamm, and then it's easier to rob his friends who are his neighbors because one, they're rich. Two, he knows their schedule. It's easier when you're like hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Right. You're constantly aware of who's out for the week because everybody's talking about it. Yeah. And then it's also when you're rich too, it's like you're not gonna notice this thing that's gone because you live in abundance already. So
that's
like
the show with the watch thing, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. Which is really, really clever in a sense
it's
because
very
you're
good.
like, damn, dude, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Plus trusting neighborhoods. So yeah, dude, if I was gonna go burglarize, I'm gonna go to kind of an Asian neighborhood, right?
But the solution thing, we're talking about like what they should do about it. I was getting some shit in the comments on one of these Asian fucking posts because I was like, a bunch of Asians love to fucking say this thing. They never fucking do it, but they're always like, these Asians need to stand up for themselves, get guns, shoot back. Like, of course, all the people talking are fucking no face profiles, whatever the fuck. And I'm just like, I don't believe that's the way to go. Because
if you're not home to shoot them, how are you gonna?
I just don't think in general stooping to the culture of the people that are doing this to you. I think that's regressive. It's like Asians for the longest time succeeded because they just keep going away from those problems and then they just succeed elsewhere and then they just don't hire the people.
But the perception is that Asians will take it, is what they're saying. I think that's what they're trying to fight back against, right?
Yeah, but I think either way, if you take it or not, you still end up with the problem if you're there. That's why I'm like, move. I think like that's the best thing is like get all your family.
Move is easier said though. And I'm running for president of the United States.
I think move is easier done than get guns and become a violent individual.
Agreed.
I think that's like way more like you're just sacrificing everything now.
But getting guns doesn't mean you're a violent individual. You're just protecting your house.
That's why I said though, get a dog. It's not like
get a dog's good.
Asian older people are gonna go get a gun, know how to defend themselves with it, be that force that like lets people know I got guns, has a fucking sign outside the door like beware of owner. They're not gonna do any of that anyway.
Yeah.
Like the best deterrent for an Asian person who's not gonna do that is get a dog, or like he said, they're gonna move out. It's gonna be like an in and out from Oakland type of shit. If things get bad enough, they'll move.
I didn't know that Ryan's a big time cuck about guns.
I think that I wouldn't want to have to do that, but I also don't want to sacrifice. I think Asians do better and last longer by not becoming violent individuals.
Tell it to those rooftop Koreans.
Well, that's what I mean. They didn't want to do that, but they had to.
That's what I'm saying. I think
took out the had to, then at least it's an even easier life.
Yeah, of course not. But at least they had that option, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then that's not what they wanted. They didn't want it.
No, of course not. But I think that's why I'm winning this video is because I'm saying like that they had that option.
I don't think guns are even needed in this case because it's burglars. It's not armed robbers. So like in every scenario, it's people are coming in when no one's home. Right. So guns make sense if you're home, they don't give a fuck, right? But then in this particular case, they just want to steal shit from you while you're gone. So what you need is a better security system that goes off, alerts, better fucking like doors and everything where it's harder to get in. Yeah. And a dog.
There's also a much easier solution, and it's like it'll take a little bit for us to learn over time. We need to just stop having fucking cash at home all the time. Because that's what my parents be doing too. Not saying they have a lot, but they're just like,
Speak for your Chinese people.
they're just like, put this shit under the bed, put this shit in the couch, put this shit under the whatever. And you're like, isn't there a bank for that? Don't you want like a high yield savings? Like what? Like isn't there normal things that we were taught to do?
Are they so wrong for not trusting banks though?
If they're getting robbed all the time?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's more about like, how do you want to get robbed?
Yeah. If you're getting stereotyped
They also have gold everywhere.
hard that people outside of America are coming over to rob you, that's like, now we got to change.
That is very fair.
Yeah, but I think there's a little bit of a delusion of thinking that like, you know, some of these neighborhoods, dude, they're gonna just keep getting hit. A lot of them.
Because they're just targets.
Yeah, or they're just, the demographic is just too fucking mixed. Getting robbed as much as you are when you live in fucking.
Monterey Park is getting hit a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Park
there's
does get hit a lot. I got robbed when I was in Monterey Park.
But it's because it's close to the freeways and it's easy exit. And so
But also the demo is what they want, right? Like people with commodities.
parents has owned a jewelry store. They actually got tied up and fucking cleaned out for like, a lot of money. But
when you look at Sun City, Summerlin. So like on the map for the crime map, it's fucking dark red, but it's a retirement community. But the property theft and everything is so fucking high because everyone's slow. So you know what I mean? So
they could take their golf carts and they can't do anything.
it's targeted. Obviously, the people robbing it don't live in Sun City. They live fucking
So what's the real? Okay, where should we move then?
Vegas. Yeah, they live in North Vegas. Yeah.
Where the real shitheads live.
Because they're not gonna shit where they eat. So go where the criminals are and live with them.
That's crazy.
I think you definitely just have to play your odds and just get your odds as low as possible. Then you can be fucking with your gun and dog and whatever. But at least get better odds.
Yeah.
Ryan, when you see a gun, does it make your pussy hurt?
While you're in your office?
Wait, how do I say pussy in Filipino again? Peck peck. How does it make your peck peck hurt?
I don't like the idea of having to use guns, but I still surround myself with them.
Yeah, seriously, telling a little nerd that can't handle a gun to get a gun, it's like, there's some people that shouldn't get a gun.